Hi everyone, apa khabar? So this lesson will be part 2 of a two-part lesson on the mer prefix. So if you've not seen the first part, do check that out. So in the second part, we'll look at the me prefix with verbs. So you might have noticed in all of our previous lessons, our examples would use only verb infinitives or the root word of the verb. But in Malay, sometimes you'll see verbs being accompanied with the mer prefix. So similar to the mer prefix with either noun or adjective, a mer prefix with verb also produces a verb. For example, makan or to eat. You have makan, which also means to eat. Tutup, to close, becomes menutup, which is also to close. Another example is pandang, which is to look at or to face a direction. With a prefix, it becomes memandang, which is also to look at. So in all cases, with the addition of the mer prefix, the word would mostly retain its meaning. But for comparison purposes, you can liken the mer prefix with the ing suffix. So makan is to eat, memakan is eating, pandang is to look at, memandang is looking at. So that's just one way of simplifying things. The word memasak comes from masak, which means to cook. Auntie K suka memasak. Auntie K likes to cook. So would this mean the same thing as Auntie K suka masak? The answer is yes. It still means the same in English. So this is why in all our previous examples in our lessons, we retain the original form of the verb because it simplifies the learning process. Another example, menyapu comes from sapu, which is to sweep. Joe tengah menyapu daun dekat laman belakang. Joe is sweeping leaves in the backyard. And it means the same thing as Joe tengah sapu daun dekat laman belakang. So in a way, you may say that the me prefix is slightly redundant because it produces the same word as the original or the infinitive of the verb. That's why in spoken Malay or in speech, we can just keep it simple, use the infinitive of the verb or the root word without the prefix. The prefix mer is used mainly in formal Malay or in standard Malay, in writings, in articles, or in the media. So what if there is the kan suffix with the word? So in such cases, it still means the action is being done onto something else. For example, membuat comes from the word buat, which means to make or to do. But membuatkan means the action is being done onto something or someone else. For example, dia membuatkan saya rasa tak selesa. She makes me feel uncomfortable. And this is exactly the same as dia buatkan saya rasa tak selesa. So because the prefix mer with a verb produces a verb which retains its meaning, for the purpose of learning Malay, if you are a beginner, our advice is to keep it simple and just use the infinitive of the verb without the prefix me. Let's look at one more example. The verb menolong comes from tolong, which means to help, and memotong comes from potong, which means to cut. Helmi menolong Uncle Tan memotong rumput lamannya. This means Helmi helps Uncle Tan to mow his lawn. So without the prefixes, Helmi tolong Uncle Tan potong rumput lamannya, the overall sentence retains its meaning. Okay, that's all for the me prefix. If you do have any questions, please drop a comment below.